Namaste, everyone. I'm Jenny G, and welcome to my channel. So before we get started, make sure you hit that little subscribe button right there in the corner in order to get new videos and content on my channel. Please like my video and make some comments. Let me know what's going on, how you guys are doing, all of that, okay? Because we're one big collective soul family of the universe. And when we work together, you are going to see how our planet starts awakening more and more and more. So, anyways, let's talk about the cosmic vibes for this week, April 16th to the 23rd. Now, my goodness sakes, this is the week you step into your power. You have been feeling that coming up for quite some time. It's like that rebuilding. So if you watch my other videos, you're going to understand why things are leading up to this. Like we have Mercury retrograde, we have the new moon in Aries, and the total eclipse. Oh my God. Now, I just did a video on that because that's really mind blowing. The energies that are going to happen, you're going to experience. You are going to get a rude awakening if you're not in alignment, because this eclipse is literally going to push you out of your comfort zone. It's going to show you what you're not in alignment with yourself, with others, if it's your family, your friends, your relationships, co-workers, whoever. This is the week when you're like, I can't do this anymore. Be prepared. I'm just saying. And it's really important to be authentic, be yourself. I talk about that constantly because if you're not, you are going to be showing again what you're not in alignment with. So you're born, of course, for many, many reasons. That's why I do past life Akashic record readings. For those of you who don't know, I'm a clairvoyant psychic medium, past life Akashic record reader, animal communicator, relationship coach, meditation and life coach, pranic healer, and so on and so on. So I combined all of that into your reading. So at the end of the video, I am going to pull some cards from Spirit to see what Spirit has to say to us. But when I do a reading one-on-one with you, I don't use cards. I read into your level of consciousness to see where you're at or out or not in alignment, and help you shift forward in quantum leaps. This week is huge. So let's work with this energies this week. So you're going to be feeling that you're going to be lifting some habits. You're going to be showing as well from your soul what habits you need to break. You know, we all have things we're struggling with, right? Regardless if it's addictions, regardless if it's working too much, putting in more and more and more and more and more. You have to balance that give and receiving, because if you're the one that's giving all the time, it's not going to balance out and you're going to be struggling constantly. So we also have that Chiron retrograde as well, which has been bringing up for quite some time wounds, old wounds and trauma that you have been dealing with. If you noticed how things have been sneaking up with you, especially from childhood, certain things that you're like, oh, you know what? I don't want to go back to that. That was really hard. That was very traumatic. This energy is going to help you resolve that and heal from that. So you're going to be taking a look at that courage within, with Mercury and Uranus working together to give you the courage to transcend and shift that. And those traumas that you've been dealing with from family situations, you're going to be like, you know what, enough. I've dealt with that. I've healed. I know who I am. I'm walking in my truth. So certain family members, you like, you know what, certain family members might have you blocked because they're having their own situation going on within themselves. As long as you're being true to you, you're walking in your path. That's all that matters. Family is huge. Karmic situations. There's a way to resolve those karmic situations. I worked through that many years ago. So, as you know, there's a thing. You want a book to find out how to resolve those karmic issues, how to clear that so you don't come back with your family. I never want to come back with any of my family members ever again. Um, so I've been working through that energy as well. There's a couple of family members that I would come back with, but other than that, I'm done. So it's all about healing, feeling that peace within, coming to terms with things, letting go, knowing who you are, and staying true to you. Because you're going to be showing more of who you are. You're going to be showing your soul's destiny. You're going to see those patterns and little bits and pieces coming together, and those synchronicities. Like you're going to see this week, oh, that's why that didn't happen. That's, oh, I get that. That's why I didn't do that. These energies are very, very, very positive. It's going to be very positive for some of you. You're going to see Venus and Gemini as well into May the 7th that we're working through. It's going to be a shift in your connections. You're going to be seeing more of who your soul tribes are, who you're not in alignment with anymore. You're going to be like, wow, I'm connecting with that person more. You're also going to be seeing different things of April 2020, April 2014, April, different events from that time, April 2004 and 2005. Really reflect back to what was going on then for you. What was going on? You might have similar situations coming back this time, and you're going to be like, oh, okay, that's what was going on back then. And you might see some similar energies coming forth right now as well for you. And it goes on how you're dealing with things. Really reflect back. You're going to want some time alone. So Saturn right now is helping you getting prepared for this new moon. New moons are very strong. There's, especially with the eclipse energy, oh my goodness sakes, there's going to be a lot more deaths coming in. So really pay attention to how you're seeing certain people. If you're worried, let's say that, wow, you know what, they don't look that good. If it's somebody that has some health issues that you're like, I don't know, I'm a little concerned about them, go see them, call them. Don't wait. Don't wait until you're like, I don't know, don't wait. If you have any concerns, I get messages, Jenny, I'm really worried about this person or my family member. When are they going to die? I never, ever, ever give that information out. That is up to God. That is up to that person. That's up to their soul contract that we have re-signed, and we're destined, and we were shown before we were born. Any concerns you have with anybody, please go see them. This eclipse, it's going to be huge. It's going to be very powerful. A lot of truth is going to be shown in the world, in the medical industry, politically. So many things are going to be shown even more so. So one of the things you guys have also been seeing is electronical or technical issues. That's part of the pre shadow of Mercury retrograde. That's the worst part of it. There's going to be delays. There's going to be people coming back from your past as well. So a lot of huge karmic contracts are ending. You know how I mentioned about family? We've been healing, letting go from certain family situations that they have done to us as well. We're not going to go on about that. I've always been the black sheep of my family, never been accepted at all. Many reasons why, of course, why we're born into that family, as I'm saying, it's very personal for every person. You want to know more, you'll have to book a reading with Jenny to find out how to work through that and why it's happening. So April 15th and 16th, you might have some issues with your calf, ankle, shin. Your ears might be ringing as well, closer to the new moon. So it's going to be more sensitive. Like different days out of the week, we're going to have more body, in alignments or out of dislocations and stuff like that. 22nd, 23rd, the shoulders you might find a little bit are off, your arms, your hands, bronchial accentuations. Even with the Mercury retrograde, you're going to find that your communication could be very much like, geez, I wanted to really communicate and it didn't come out how I wanted to, or, oh, why did I say that? Why did I do that? Mercury retrograde gives you that opportunity to reset things, revamp things, take a look at what's working, what's not working. People from your past are coming back. Be open if somebody wants to say, you know what, I'm really sorry what I said or how I treated you. I wasn't thinking, you can accept their apology. It doesn't mean you have to take them back into your life. That is up to you. That's your journey, of course. But exes are coming back. That can be a little tricky situation. Maybe they're now ready to reconnect with you. Maybe they're ready to maybe want to restart. Maybe they're ready to apologize, whatever it is, whatever it is. Okay, be open to hear them talk, but it's up to you what decisions that you have to make. There's a lot of sudden endings. You might get like news of, oh my gosh, they got a divorce, really? Or they split up, or really they just got married or engaged. A lot of karmic situations are ending and opening. We all have karma to pay. We all have karmic deeds to resolve, regardless of what, and it comes into you walking your true authentic path, keeping it real for yourself, doing what you're more in alignment with. And this is when you're going to be showing more your power and your worth as well. You're going to be like, no, thank you. Especially when there's certain people coming back, you're going to be like, I appreciate that apology. I really do. However, I wish you the best on your journey, but I just not ready to accept you back. Or maybe you just like, you know what, our soul contract is now over. It's time for me to walk that path on my own. I'm going to be embracing more of me on this journey and this path. And don't judge anybody. We all have our karmic footprints, you guys. We really do. We all have, like I'm an observer. I observe a lot. I see a lot. And I'm like, I'm not going to get involved with that. I don't want any part of that energy. So sometimes you have to jump back into that to see who you are, to see what your worth is about, or to experience this and to experience that, to really see what it is you want and what you don't want. So a lot's going to be showing to you this week. The energy is going to work with you. The sun and the Pluto energy is going to help you let go even more so with certain, let's say, patterns or addictions, or healing what you need to heal and what you need to let go. It's going to reset your life path as well. So you might be seeing, you know what, I was planning on moving in this direction and doing this and doing that, but now I can see why I didn't, or I can see now why that didn't happen. And geez, I'm so glad I didn't walk that path. March, April, and May is huge months for higher consciousness. Seeing numbers 444, 444, 4444, huge manifestation months. Even other numbers 111, 222, really pay attention to that energy as well. When you're seeing that, really embrace that energy, really embrace that number, and take that pause and see, where am I? What's going on with me? Oh my goodness sakes. So it's a very, very powerful week. You're going to be feeling a lot more anxious with sudden endings. It's going to throw some of you off. Sudden deaths, it's going to throw you off. Sudden new doorways opening up with prosperity and abundance. It depends where you are karmically, of course, like that. What have you resolved? It's like how you treat others. It's going to come back to you, of course. If you said hurtful things or done hurtful things to others, it's going to come back and bite you. And it comes down to, what did I learn from that? And if you don't, you just keep repeating it over and over and over again, of course, until you're like, oh, I get it, right? I get it. Oops. But it's all about that soul growth, you guys. Walking into your power, embracing who you are. Your soul's destiny, your soul's life path is going to be showing to you even more and more and more. So what you're struggling with, you're going to be showing. So whenever you're getting triggered, whenever you're being shown difficulties, that's the eclipse energy bringing things to the surface saying, no, 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 no. We don't want you walking that path. If you do walk that path, that's up to you. However, it can happen and it can be explosive. Like, oh my gosh, really pay attention because the energy right now is really intense, really intense. So embrace it and really pay attention to your body, especially when it's feeling a little tired. Rest, get some rest. You know, things can happen all of a sudden. Like this week for me, I had both of my vacuums die. I had my microwave die on me and also part of my printer. And I'm like, really? Like, seriously? I had to go out and buy a new vacuum and microwave and part of my printer. And I'm like, God, oh, geez, I didn't see that coming. Oh, things happen. So, whatever you need to get done before this eclipse comes in on the 20th, do it now. I was tired. I'm like, I don't feel like going out and getting this and replacing that. But I'm like, you know what? I want to replace that. I want to get this done and over with now before Mercury retrograde, before this eclipse comes in. Let's get this done now, over with, out of the way, because it can be more challenging during that time. And don't make any big, huge purchases with new contracts, like if it's contracts from the old, you know, re-signing a lease and things like that. Yes, you can do that, but you'll have to watch my other video. I did Mercury retrograde, the solar eclipse, and the new moon into one video. So you'll have to watch that to get more information and how to utilize what days are best to manifest, and so on and so on. That's why you have to subscribe to Jenny, like you guys. I'm just saying. So, anyways, let's pull a couple of cards from Spirit to see what the collective energy is from the spirit world. And because I'm an animal communicator, I get messages all the time. And there's so much energy. I've been talking about it for quite some time with a lot of activity going on under the water. So water year, universal 7 year, where you're going to be tuning in. Water represents your emotions. You're going to be tuning in more so. You're going to be wanting to walk away from certain events. You're going to be listening and following in your own truth more so, distancing away, being more connected with your soul tribes, your soul groups, you know, all of that kind of stuff. And because I've been getting a lot of messages from our sea life, there's so much energy going on under the water. I could do a whole separate video on that alone. And it just breaks my heart. I'm not going to talk about it. I'll get teary-eyed. So let's ask the sea life, what is the collective message from April 16th to the 23rd? What's the collective message from our sea life from April 26th to the 23rd? Collective message. Oh, and by the way, you guys, make sure you clear your cards 3 times, knock it on wood 3 times, boom, 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 to clear your energy and whoever else used them last time. So I always do that before I start these videos. So what's the message from our sea world, sea life? It's a message from underwaters. Oh, how beautiful. Blend into the environment. I was just talking about the environment underwater, right? You have many skills and can fit into any situation. Take time to assess what is going on around you and adapt accordingly. So this week, you know how I'm talking about, you're going to see different doors opening up for you. You're going to see different pathways of your soul's destiny, your soul's path that is been coming into alignment for you, you know, building your foundation. For those of you who are like, gosh, I've been working so hard, is this going to pay off? Like, oh gosh, right? You know, you're going to see different things coming into alignment. You're going to see how your destiny is opening up. And even you're going to be shown as well what's not in alignment. Some of you might be like, geez, what path am I on? You could be feeling a little bit of that like confusion as well. And that's perfectly normal. Sometimes whenever you're feeling very confused of what direction do I go? Like, what do I do in my life? What's my purpose? That's normal because your soul is reflecting things. It's like that turning point. So just let it go. Let it go. Spirit, I'm open to be shown what is best for my highest self and highest purpose. I'm open. I'm ready to receive. Meditate more. Pay attention to what is going on around you, especially with the octopus and how interesting. See how the octopus is his arms all over the place. Like, which direction do I go? Do I go southwest, northeast? I don't know. Do I stay here? Do I move towards the desert? Do I move towards the ocean? Do I? Stop that. Stop that. Spirit, I'm open to see. You can always book a reading with Jenny, for gosh sakes, you guys. Hello, soulworkwithjenny.com. And I can help you on that life path. So thank you, Sea Life World. So we're going to also, because we've been healing and letting go from past family issues, family traumas, for those of you who are the black sheep in your family, never been accepted, abandoned. That's me. I'm one of them. You've been healing and letting go with this Chiron energy for quite some time. It brings up certain themes, but right now the theme is family traumas, family situations from your past, and letting go and healing and coming to terms with things, and so on and so on and so on. We're going to talk about what energy is best from the cosmic energy vibes of the universe and spirit for you for this week, April 16th, 23rd. Even getting away, like get away somewhere, even for the day, get in touch with nature. The longer you can get away, great. Some people might be like pre-planning vacations and such. With Mercury retrograde, there's going to be a lot more delays and such. So I talk about that more, how to handle that better. So what is the message April 16th to the 23rd from our energy? Chiron, right away. Self-love. Yes, yes. I talk about self-love all the time. For those of you guys who watch my videos, self-love is so important. Setting boundaries is huge. Setting boundaries is loving yourself, taking time out for you, turning your phone off, turning the distractions in the world off. It's like, somebody phones you, leaves a message. You can get back to them later, when it's convenient for you. Self-love, doing what you want to do, what you guys want to do. How many, like I go out and I'll do photography as part of like my meditation. I'll go out for a walk. I'll go out and just, go sit by the river and meditate. Just silence. The more time you spend in silence, the more messages you're going to hear from your soul. And you're also going to find that this week too, by the way, it's also about the physical body. So some of you might be starting like a new regimen with your diet, plant-based, or having more smoothies or cutting certain things out, because this energy also will help you with any addictions. You're going to be shown what is not good for you and such like that. So self-love is all about you. And you know how, take a look at her. She's looking like she's being reborn. We came into this world naked in our bodies for rebirth. Look how she's naked as she's embracing herself. She's embracing her true self. When you love yourself unconditionally, that's when you are not going to just accept anything. You're going to know your worth more. And especially with relationships, and you start to love yourself more, you're not just going to settle with just anyone. It's like with anything, you're going to be like, you know what? I deserve better than that. I know my worth more, because you are embracing your soul. You are embracing yourself. And look over there, how you have a little deer right there. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Into the light. It's like, hey, wow, look at that. Look how beautiful that card is. And look how the number is 16, which represents the number 7. 6 plus 1 is 7. We are in a universal 7 year, which is self-growth, self-love, saying goodbye to toxic people, toxic energies, toxic environments, embracing you and loving yourself more, getting more connected to your soul group, getting more connected with your soul. Long as you take time out for you. That's so important. So important, you guys. So because this is a very powerful week as well, new moon, eclipse, Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is electronic and technical advice. So our technical issues, because I'm online a lot, all my work's online and such like that. So that's the worst part of it for me anyways. So that's why I purposely went out and got all of these electronics dealt with and done out of the way, the vacuum, the microwave, and oh my God, is the last thing I needed. But things happen, things come up, right? So what is the message from the 16th of April to the 23rd cosmically? The cosmic universal message, planetary alignment. The best message. What is the message from the universe? Too many. It's a message from the universe, from our stars. Wow. Energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle, light codes, Anunnaki, I can't pronounce that. So it's the way it is. So, how I talked about ending karmic cycles, huge karmic contracts, ending karmic cycles with situations and people and resolutions, people from your past coming back, Mercury retrograde, ending karmic ties, ending karmic situations with them, all of those. And it's all about that shift in quantum leaps, right? Whenever you're tuning in, you're going to hear those messages to be able to shift forward and resolve issues. End of cycles. Like we're in a very powerful time, of so many shifts going on in the world. And as you can see, there's different things coming to the surface with so-called leaders. There is no real leadership as far as I'm concerned in this world, as I've always talked about. The world wouldn't be like it is today. Our world is dying because of our leaders. Yes, that's right. So-called leaders. Our world is dying because of you. Blunt. It's the only way to keep it real. So as long as you're staying true to you, walking in your soul's path with your integrity, with the right intention from your heart, you're going to come more in alignment within yourself. And you have to think of yourself. You can have other people telling you what to do, how to live your life, and you have to live your life how you feel best is for you, regardless of what. We can get advice and such like that from others, thank you, thank you, thank you. However, you have to listen to your soul speak, because we also have this Taurus energy entwined here with Cancer. Cancer is very explosive, especially with this eclipse right now. Cancer, government, huge government, political bullshit coming to the surface even more so. Yeah, so truth coming out. You guys should watch my predictions of 2023. Did a video way back on that. I think it was December, January. So that's why you gotta subscribe. So anyways, let's find out what the message is from Spirit. Um, that was a powerful card that fell out. If it's meant to fall out again, it will. April 16th, the 23rd. What's the cosmic message? Universal force. So this card is kind of funny, actually. Beyond your fears. Now, look how this is. See how the guy is like jumping out, like, skydiving. Some of you, I thought it'd be pretty cool to do skydiving. Who knows? Maybe I will. I thought not bungee jumping, not into that. Skydiving, you see more of the earth. And look at in the back. Like for me, I'm seeing the Himalayan mountains. I'm very connected with the Himalayan mountains, very connected, very past life for me. Very deep connection with that. But you see how he's confronting his fears? Like, I'm not saying go jump out of an airplane, right? Unless you want to do that. However, of course, make sure you're with a professional, for God's sakes, right? So embracing your fears, because when you start embracing your fears, it's a liberation of your soul. liberation of your soul. So these energies right now is going to help you do that. It's going to open you up to embrace that ending karmic situations. There's people that are holding you back, putting the fear of God into you. You can't do that. You can't do that because this is going to happen. The courage is going to come out for you. You're going to start embracing your power even more this week, with all of these explosive energies. So you're going to be able to say, I'm going to do this. And just take your time when you're trying to make decisions too. Like, don't make rash decisions. If you're like, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Wonderful. Write it down. Write it down. And then start looking into things. Start looking into things. Because if you make a lot of rash decisions, boom, 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 it can work against you. However, if it feels right for you, meaning if you're feeling at peace with that, you're feeling very calm about it, that's different. That's different. Because when you're in alignment with your soul, you're going to feel a lot more calm. You're going to, like see and be able to let go of things. Really, really let go of things, and this energy with this eclipse, it's going to go on for the next 6 months as well. So really set your intentions with what you want to manifest. You might be retweaking your vision board as well, adding more things on there, or you might be like, I just don't want to do this anymore. So really be open, you guys, and start. I can see I'm hearing a lot more writing for someone as well. So for you writers out there, it's going to be a really good time for you, because you're going to be tuning in a lot more. And some of you are going to be like, you know what? I just really, really need to have some space and more time alone. Where others might be like, you know what, I'm going to go out and reconnect with my friend, or I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to sign up for this class, and so on and so on. Go for it. Really listen and really pay attention to your physical body this week, you guys. Really, really important, right? Keep it real as well. So anyways, you guys, I'm wishing you all an amazing cosmic vibes week. If you do want to book a reading with me, soulworkwithjenny.com. Okay. Namaste, everyone. I'm sending you all love and light. Namaste, everyone. I'm Jenny G. I'm an international known clairvoyant psychic medium, past life Akashic record, animal communicator, relationship coach, meditation teacher, and so on. I am here to tell you there is some exciting news. I'm revamping my YouTube channel. That's right. There's new content coming out weekly. I'm going to talk about the weekly cosmic vibes, what you're experiencing and why, how to utilize that, and giving you the reasons behind it. We're going to talk about the new moon, the full moon, Mercury retrograde, and I'm going to give you those insights, how to manifest and make things happen for you at the right time. It's time, everyone. It's time to wake up this planet. Let's show some love and compassion. Let the fear go. Let the negativity go. Let's do this together and transcend your soul in quantum leaps. I'll be here. Where are you? Hit that red button at the corner there, subscribe to my channel, and let's make this happen. Let's do this now. Namaste.